I've never seen a GM panic more after a playoff exit than Rob Pelinka after the 2021 playoffs when they traded Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and KCP for Russell Westbrook. They also gave up a first-round pick as well. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, we're rebuilding the 2021 Lakers. This was the year that they lost to the Suns in the playoffs, mainly because Anthony Davis was hurt. They definitely could have won that series if he didn't get injured. The Lakers were up 2-1 in that series as well, and then they ended up losing 3 in a row. Suns ended up going to the NBA Finals and winning the Western Conference. So yeah, this team was also fresh off the bubble victory, and then they ended up trading most of their role players, or at least supporting cast, to LeBron and AD for Russell Westbrook, and it just didn't work out at all. It's crazy. This was just 2 seasons ago, and the NBA was so different. Like, Westbrook and Beal got bounced by the Sixers in round 1. This was the year that the Knicks overachieved. Randall won Most Improved. Tibbs got Coach of the Year. They lost to the Hawks in round 1. There was rumblings Giannis might not be back to Milwaukee, and then they could end up firing Mike Budenholzer, but they won it also. Neither of those happened. Hell, the Nets had Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. But yeah, we are going to be rebuilding the 2021 LA Lakers. The roster's alright. Like, I completely forgot Marc Gasol was technically on this team. We have Alex Caruso as well. KCP's under a 3-year deal. We got Montrezl Harrell, and yeah, Kuzma being only 25. I'm excited about this team because, boy, I did not like it at all once they traded for Russ. That was like one of the trades that when it happened, I was so confident that it wasn't going to work out, and I was actually right. Because sometimes when I'm really confident about something, I'm like, man, all right, just be objective here. Maybe this isn't going to happen, but I was like, there's a 99% chance this isn't going to work out, and that happened. So it's like the one time I could pat myself on the back. And yeah, the Lakers also refused to trade THT for Kyle Lowry. Dennis Schroeder fumbled the bag. So let's see how this team does in the first half of the season, as I didn't realize I was also controlling the Pelicans. Oh, never mind. I'm controlling every team. All right, we'll just go back to the Lakers here. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the 2021 trade deadline. This is when KP got traded to the Wizards, and we know James Harden was traded to Philly, Sabonis, and Halliburton swap teams. So I'll see you guys at the deadline if there's any trades I want to make. This is the 2021 deadline when Nikola Vucevic was traded to Chicago, Aaron Gordon to Denver. It wasn't the biggest trade deadline ever because Harden got traded a little bit before the deadline. Giannis and Luka are the all-star captains this season. We do have LeBron James as a starter on Team Luka and Anthony Davis as a reserve on Team Giannis. All right, so let's stop here. We are 23 games above 500. We have to remember this isn't what the team was like if the Russ trade didn't happen. We didn't go through the 2021 offseason yet. So that is the upcoming draft with Cade Cunningham and Josh Giddey and Mobley and Jalen Green. But yeah, we're 23 games above 500. The Mavericks are right behind us with Jalen Brunson still there, Luka and KP. The Celtics are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They definitely didn't finish as good as this in real life because they lost to the Nets in round 1. The Bucks down there is the 6th seed, okay. Some of the worst teams in the East, you have Chicago, Detroit, and Charlotte. And over in the West, you got Houston, Minnesota, and Phoenix. Chicago, don't trade your first with Vucevic. Don't do it. So LeBron is leading the way scoring-wise, 25 points, 7.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists at age 36. You have AD, 22 and 8 and 4 assists as well. Kyle Kuzma playing in a contract season, 15.5 points, 46 from the field, 35 from 3. KCP shooting 40% from downtown and 91% at the line. Like, he was such a good complementary piece to LeBron and AD. I mean, he's been that to Jokic this season, being an elite shooter. It's crazy for guys like KCP. A lot of people thought that he was going to be a top guy on a good team. Like, you're going to build your team around KCP or he's the number 2. And he turned down like a monster payday from the Pistons, ended up making less in LA, but then changed his game. He became more of a supporting piece, which was perfect for his career, and he's going to be playing for years and years as this perfect 3-and-D guy that doesn't have to be a top 3 option. We have Andre Drummond as well on this team, Montrezl Harrell. This is when I believe Drummond was bought out this year. I could be wrong though. Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell averaging about 8 points a night. There's Alex Caruso. If anything, we could look at an upgrade over point guard, but I think in the playoffs, I'm going to make LeBron the point guard, and then we're going to start Kyle Kuzma. Unless we want to leverage THT. Yeah, so we're going to send Montrezl Harrell and Talen Horton-Tucker to the Grizzlies for DeAnthony Melton and Justice Winslow. Melton is the 3rd point guard behind Tyus Jones and Ja Morant, and he's definitely going to be an upgrade off the bench than Dennis Schroeder for the playoffs. All right, so let's see if we can finish the season as the 1 seed in the West. I do want to see if the roster creator has, I was going to say is Frank Vogel still the coach now? It's Darvin Ham. And I didn't think they should have ever fired Vogel as well. I think they used him as a scapegoat. Currently 45 and 17, and let's give Anthony Davis a 2-year extension so we never have to worry about him leaving us for the video. Luka won MVP. This is when Jokic won his first one. Ben Simmons 6th man of the year. I thought that was going to be rookie of the year, but I'm sure that the rookies are messed up in like this created roster. That would have been funny if you put him as that. Rudy Gobert wins DPOY. RJ Barrett, most improved in New York. Shout out to him, and we get coach of the year. Trae Young on all NBA first team, averaging 34 and 10. Domantas Sabonis still in Indiana. All-NBA second team. Man, Zach LaVine really broke out around that time. And he also had, I think, COVID issues that season and was hurt. And they wanted to make the playoffs. They made that Vucevic trade. They didn't make it. And then the Magic ended up with Franz Wagner. So we did get LeBron on All-NBA second team, but no Anthony Davis. He doesn't make All-Defensive second team. No, DeJounte Murray makes it. Still in San Antonio. And we are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We now have the play-in tournament because it was a partial thing in the bubble. And then this was the first year it was implemented. Yeah, because the Lakers had some injuries and they ended up beating the Warriors. And I remember the Lakers had a couple injuries that season. They ended up beating the Warriors in the play-in tournament. And then the Warriors also, I believe, lost to the Grizzlies to not even make the playoffs. And that's how they ended up with the Moody pick, because the Kuminga pick was from the Timberwolves in the Wiggins D'Lo trade. So funny enough, we're taking on Phoenix in round 1, a rematch of what happened in real life. We might start D'Anthony Melton at the point guard spot, I think so, and just have Kuzma being a 6-man because we kind of need his scoring there. We're going to have Marcus Saul he's going to start for us at the center position. I want AD and LeBron getting 40 minutes a night. We definitely want Caruso in the rotation because of his defensive ability, so we're going to have 2 point guards off the bench, unless we do have Jared Dudley here. Wesley Matthews as well. He wasn't much for the Lakers that season. God, they got Ben McLemore, and they had Markieff Morris. I mean, Winslow shot the ball so poorly this season. I think I'm just going to give Schroeder those 10 minutes. Caruso will get 15. We'll go 25 to Drummond. I want to do 32 to Kuzma. Let's go 40 to LeBron. 40 to AD, 1 more to Melton, 1 more to KCP. Game 1 against the Suns, and we end up winning in overtime by 4. LeBron and AD combined for 65. This was Chris Paul's first year in Phoenix, where he helped lead them to a championship. They got Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Cam Payne, Aiden Booker, a lot of the guys that were still on the team before the Kevin Durant trade, as we end up losing game 2 by 4 points. Oh, this is going to be a good series. 1 versus 8 seed. The first 2 games were close, and we end up losing game 3 by 6. What a terrible third quarter by us. Come on. LeBron had a triple-double in this loss. Don't go down 3-1. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are about to lose to an 8 seed. Maybe I'm going to be trading for Russell Westbrook in this video. We do stay alive. We win game 5. All right, can we stay alive and win game 6 to force a game 7? We're doing it in Phoenix, though. Can we beat them? Come on, AD. I need you to feast. LeBron with 7 points there in like the first quarter-ish. We are currently up by 7. We had a double-digit lead there. There we go. Up by 18. A great second quarter. It's the LeBron, I was going to say Kuzma game, but he's 4 for 13. AD was kind of in foul trouble as well. That's why he only has 9 minutes played. Don't choke this, please. Okay, there we go. We're up by 33. And we are going to be blowing out the Phoenix Suns to force a game 7. LeBron with 25, 6, and 10. Kuzma 23 and 10. All right, here we go. Game 7, 2021 playoffs. Just of round 1. We're a 1 seed, and we might get bounced by an 8-seeded Suns team. This game is a lot more competitive than game 6. We are doing all right. We are tied with 50 seconds to go. LeBron with 30, 14, and 7. 2 steals, 3 blocks. Drummond 19 and 9. AD, don't be a Disney. I need you to step up here. Can we outscore them in the final minute? We're up by 2. Oh my God, they hit a go-ahead 3. But then we go and win 109-108. Kuzma with the game winner. Hell yeah, let's go. Chris Paul had a charge and we ended up winning. Now we're taking on the Pels. Lonzo, Josh Hart, Ingram, all former Lakers. Zion, Steven Adams was there before that trade that sent him to Memphis. So Memphis could also take Zion Williams. Because, you know what, like the Pelicans, they really regretted having Eric Bledsoe on their team, as they should have. But they also regretted Steven Adams as well and bringing him along. But honestly, Memphis loves having him. And you see how much worse they've been when he's been hurt. So maybe they should have kept Adams. But then again, him and Zion's floor spacing would have been kind of gross. Then again, Zion also never plays. So let's see what happens here. Game 1, we end up winning by 6. LeBron with 41, 9, and 11. Game 2 ends in a Lakers victory by 23. All right. We're having a better time with the Pelicans than we did with the Suns. They win game 3 by 3 points. Brandon Ingram with a 30-piece. It's cool to see him being that top guy, partially over Zion, before Zion ended up becoming that guy. Ugh, we get blown out in game 4. I got a little cocky. Game 5 is going to end in a Lakers victory by 37 points. Come on. Let's beat them in 6 and go to the conference finals. Boom. There we go. We beat them by 25. And then you have Lakers versus the Jazz. The Jazz ended up blowing that lead or that series to the Clippers when they didn't even have Kawhi Leonard. They choked pretty hard as that 1 seed. We all thought that they were going to go to the finals because they were great throughout the regular season. Everyone was saying, like, this is the time. We don't count out the Jazz. But then other people were saying, like, we've never seen them actually perform well in the playoffs. Why are we going to take them seriously this year? Well, the latter was correct. So yeah, they got Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan, Ersan Ilyasova, Gobert, Clarkson, Batum, Ingles, and Derek Favors. I think we're going to have no problem beating them. Cock. Yeah, I don't know why I say that shit. And then I simulate the round, and then we end up losing in 7 games. And then it's a Jazz Bucks finals. Okay. We ended up losing by 26 in Game 7, too. LeBron and AD were great in that series. D'Anthony Melton did struggle, unfortunately. So, yeah, you have Bucks and the Jazz in the finals. Were these both 1 seeds? No, Philly was the 1 seed that year, and then they ended up losing to the 5-seeded Hawks, and then the Jazz ended up beating the Bucks at 5. How? I just said the Jazz were frauds, as they were that year, and then they go out and they win it all, and they beat us and the Bucks as a 7th seed. Okay. Marcus Gasol retires from our team. Shout out to this roster creator, because the picks are similar. It's funny because I can't tell, because the Magic also had the Bulls first round pick in 2021 as in 2023, and same with the Knicks and the Mavericks. Well, Golden State also had Minnesota's pick, and that is not correct. Is Frank Vogel even a coaching candidate out here? He is not. I would have signed him, honestly. Getting a ton of trainers. So we have 3 guys under contract during the draft. We have the 29th overall pick. Let's see who's available when I'm selecting. So we got Trey Murphy, we got Cam Thomas, Austin Reeves. As cool as it would be, I want to select somebody new. So you know what? I'm going to take Cam Thomas out of LSU. Evan Mobley went number 1 to the Kings. Cade goes to Orlando. Scotty Barnes in Portland. Jalen Green in Detroit. Kuminga in Houston. Giddey goes to Charlotte. Davion Washington. Franz still ends up in Orlando. Suggs goes to Minnesota, and Bones to Indiana. We also have an early second as well. I'm going to take Santi Aldama, who's a surprise to everybody when he went number 30. We have another second. Give me Isaiah Livers out of Michigan. So we're going to sign these 3 rookies. Team player options. Kuzma's going to opt out. I mean, I think that's somewhere just, yeah, it's basically what his contract is in real life, but I want to pay him. DeMar DeRozan would be a fun pickup. I do have about 20 million in cap, but yeah, like I said, I want to bring back Kuzma. So let's give Kuzma a 3-year deal. And unfortunately, we have to renounce the rights on basically everybody. We can leave Caruso open and Melton as well. Okay, and Drummond, never mind. I can actually keep everybody open. So will 2K allow me to bring back Drummond? Okay, never mind. We're gonna have to look for kind of a new bench here. We only have 7 guys under contract, and 2 of them are just 2nd round picks that I just drafted. Oh god, do I get Patrick Beverly here? I don't know if I want to do that. So we do need a backup center. I think I'm going to go out and bring in Dario Saric. And we do get him on a 2-year deal. Kendrick Nunn, Lakers fan, do you want to do it? How about Chris Dunn? All right, here's where I'll bring... do I want to bring in Austin Reeves? No, I'd rather bring in Gary Payton. And we get him on a 2-year deal. Gonna sign Torrey Craig to a 1-year deal. Rondo as well. Yes, so the bench doesn't look great. I'm a little bit worried about it, not gonna lie. Because unfortunately with the roster, a lot of these guys like Drummond and Melton were all making $1 million a year, and then under 2K terms, I didn't have bird rights on them. All right, I will not be starting Rondo at the 1. I'm honestly, I would start Gary Payton, but I don't know if he'd be able to be a good enough facilitator. So I think this is where I start LeBron at the 1. We have KCP at the 2, Kuzma at the 3, AD at the 4, Sarge at the 5. Ugh, I should have got another big man, you know? So we're probably going to have to make a trade around the deadline. I don't want to play Rondo at all, really. So Santi Aldama is our backup big. Oh, boy, yeah, we're definitely going to have to make a trade at the deadline. But we still have LeBron and AD, though, so I'm confident in this team still. So LeBron James is a starter on Team Jokic. AD is a reserve on the same squad. We're 6 games above 500. I feel like we are going to be a team that needs to make a trade at the deadline. Probably going to look to add another big, as we just dropped 3 straight to be just 4 games above 500. Here are the numbers between LeBron, AD, and like Kuzma's been fine. Definitely plan on keeping Kuzma. I think Cam Thomas, like the field goal percentage is not terrible for a rookie. Free throw percentage is great, but that 3-point percentage is pretty gross. Sarge is more of a backup, definitely not a starter. So I think we're gonna have to get creative here. I think need to add a starting center, just because then we can move Sarge to the bench and I don't have to rely on Aldama a lot. All right, I'm gonna do this trade with the Pelicans. I'm gonna give them Santi Aldama, Rondo, a first in a couple years. I'm getting in a second, and I'm getting Najee Marshall, who could be an all right bench piece for us in the future. I don't know if he's gonna crack the rotation this year, but Billy Hernangomez, who I think is a massive upgrade over, I think, Aldama and Sarge. I think I'm going to start him at the 5 and then have Sarge come off the bench. So yeah, my championship move was getting Billy Hernangomez. Like Torrey Craig shooting 27 from 3. All right, we're making a trade with the Sacramento Kings. I'm getting a 1st round pick in this as well. And we're taking on Will Barton, who I think is going to be great for our playoff rotation. I'm giving up Najee Marshall, who we just acquired, Torrey Craig, and a 2nd. So I actually think Sacramento helped us out a ton right there. So let's hope that this team can turn it around and potentially win it all. Let's give KCP a 1-year extension. Kai Jones was traded for Kevon Mooney. Gafford for Finney Smith. No major moves. Checking out the award races, Trae Young is the frontrunner for MVP. Rookie of the Year is Cade Cunningham in Orlando. Ben Simmons, 6th Man of the Year again in Philly. Who's starting for them? I'll have to double check that. Gobert, Depoy, he's number 1. And Jalen Smith, most improved. Okay. Shout out to the former Terp. Oh, so yeah, they have Maxey starting as he's developed into a stud. So Trae Young ends up winning MVP. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. Simmons, 6th man. Gobert, Depoy, Jalen Smith, most improved. So basically everything that was shown in the award racers was pretty accurate by the end of the year. LeBron on All-NBA second team. AD, did you decide to make it? No, but he is on All Defensive first team, so I forgive him. Miles Turner's in Toronto. Jonathan Isaac in Washington. And I was like, oh, wait, Lonzo's on the Bulls. Yeah, he actually ended up on the Bulls like he did in real life. So for the second straight year, and replicating real life in 2021, we're taking on the Phoenix Suns. They drafted Jalen Johnson and they are starting him. Have Thomas Bryant, a former Laker, and they have Mo Wagner, a former Laker. And Wenyen Gabriel, a former Laker. But I guess he wasn't a Laker yet. Here were the stats from this season. LeBron was our leading scorer, followed by AD, who had about 22 and 9.5. There's Kuzma, who shot 35 from 3. Okay, Kuzma. There's Cam Thomas, 12 points, 2 rebounds. Not bad from a rookie. KCP shot 37 from 3, 91 from the line. Hernan Gomez, I think, is a fine starting center for us, and I like Barden and Payton off the bench. All right, so do I want to start LeBron at the 1 for the playoffs? I think so. I'm going to go with the starting 5. I think Hernan Gomez might get a little bit less minutes. I'm debating on who I want the 6th man to be because, like, Will Barden ended up shooting 32 from 3. So I think he might get it 20 minutes along with Payton. I think Sarge might get, like, 12. He was a little bit disappointing. And I think Cam Thomas about 14. So AD and LeBron, I want each getting, I think, 42 minutes. Like, we're going to definitely rely on them a lot. And we'll do even 36 to Kuzma. All right, so let's see what happens here. Game 1, we end up losing by 10. Okay, LeBron and AD combined for 71, and we still lost. I don't feel confident. And we win game 2 at least. Game 3 ends in a Lakers dub. Okay, by 4. AD going off. Can we win game 4? Yes, we're up 3-1. Let's go. Come on, let's gentlemen sweep them. They stay alive. Is this what's going to happen to us? Okay, no, we end up winning in 6. We beat them by just 2. 80 with 30, and we advance to round 2 to take on the Jazz. The 8-seeded Jazz, who have Tyler Hero now. They signed him in the offseason, and Norman Powell. They beat us last year. Hell, they won it all last year. We blow them out in game 1. Let's get revenge, please, for them beating us last year. Blow them out in game 2. Let's blow them out in game 3. Okay, they win game 3 by 5. Game 4 ends in a Jazz win. You gotta be kidding me. Don't lose game 5. Oh my goodness, they win 3 in a row. This team is so pesky. How are they good? Game 6. Oh my god. Okay, we win by 1 to force a game 7. Here we go. Game 7 against the Jazz. We went to 7 with them last year. We should be able to beat this team. We have the 2 best players in the series. Now, Donovan Mitchell is great. Or do they even have Mitchell anymore? They don't. They have Tyler Hero instead of him. You're telling me Tyler Hero is going to beat us single-handedly? Come on. We're up by 3. Oh my god. We're still going to lose this, right? Oh my god. We're down by 4. Oh my god, what? No! We lost on a buzzer beater. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Jordan Clarkson, as time expires, and the Jazz beat us in 7 for the 2nd straight season. Wow, you have Utah, Memphis, Philly, Boston there in the conference finals. And then you have Sixers, Grizzlies in the NBA finals. And these Sixers win in 6 of the 2022 finals. I still can't believe that happened. Melo retires, LaMarcus Aldridge, Lou Will, Rudy Gay. We don't have our 1st round pick in this lottery. The Pacers are going to pretty much have the rights to draft Paolo Banchero. Spurs at 2, Raptors at 3. Pelicans get our pick at 21. Do I want to fire Darvin Ham? Yeah, he wasn't even the coach yet. Come on, LeBron. Recruit Spoelstra to LA. Your former coach. Oh my god, Rick Brunson is here? I didn't even know he was in 2K like that. Steve Nash? Do we give him a shot? Jason Kidd, he's really good in 2K, even though he's not, like, much better in real life. So let's see. Do we get one of those? We actually get all 3. I'm going to sign Eric Spoelstra. All right, let's try to rob the Jazz here. We're going to trade them Dario Saric and Will Barden for a future 1st round pick, but I also get Norman Powell out of them. Great 6th man option for us. Wait, what, 2K? If you download the historic 2022 class, they auto-generate it. Oh, that's a bummer. So, sorry, Pacers fans. You get no Paolo Banchero, but you get Stan Hammond. Isaiah Livers, we're going to pick up his team option. I'm hoping we have, like, a good mid-level exception to use. And we could go out and get like Derrick Rose. We could get Alex Caruso back. No, I want to get a big man. And oh my goodness, Naz Reid would be an insane pickup. Come on. Let's go. We get Naz Reid. All right. We're going to be better next year for sure. I can also bring back Billy Hernangomez. Hell yeah. Let's do that. This team still lacks a point guard, but I can put LeBron at the 1. I want to see if I can move Isaiah Livers and Gary Payton for Ricky Rubio. I just have to give up a first round pick. I take on Enes Kanter, who I'm not going to play, but we're going to do that trade. So we get a point guard in Rubio. Let's take a look at player progression. LeBron regresses just by 1 overall, though. Kuzma and Davis go up. Naz Reid up 2 overalls. We see some nice progression from Cam Thomas. All right, so Ricky Rubio is going to start for us at the point guard position. KCP at the 2. He's probably going to get like 25 minutes a night. We'll go 37 to LeBron, 37 to AD. 30 Naz Reid, why not? Kuzma definitely is the 6th man. Yeah, like we have Kuzma and Powell coming off the bench. Thomas and Hernangomez. I like this team a lot. It's so much better. Let's be balanced under Eric Spoelstra. Let's see how we do. All right, so it is the trade deadline. We are 20 games above 500. We have a 3-game lead over the Mavericks, who don't have Porzingis anymore, but they do have Sabonis. AD is actually leading us in scoring with LeBron at 2. Then there's Kuzma, Naz Reid, Powell, KCP. Oh, Rubio is averaging 8 assists, but he is very inefficient. I think for the playoffs, he's going to come off the bench for us anyway, and I'm going to start LeBron at the 1 and then probably Kuzma at the 3. So let's re-sign LeBron, but I'm hoping we can win it all this year, though. Trae Young wins MVP at the end of the 2023 season. Bam Adebayo puts up monster numbers to win Depoy. Looks like the Hawks are the best team in the league. LeBron and AD both on NBA second team. And we're taking on the Portland Trail Blazers in round 1. They do have Scotty Barnes, still have CJ McCollum. So for the playoffs, LeBron is going to start at the 1. We have Kuzma starting at the 3. Rubio, you're probably going to play like 10 minutes a night. We're going to have Powell as the 6th man. He might even get 30 minutes. 30 to Reid, 30 to Powell, 30 to Kuzma. I want to do 40 to LeBron, 40 to AD, probably like 33 to Kuzma, 15 to Hernangomez, and then I'm going to do 28 to KCP. We should beat this Blazers team, but they're respectable. We sweep them now. Remember in the bubble, they were like quoted as the best 8 seed of all time or something like that. The Rockets have Jaylen Brown, Kobe White, Kuminga, Markkanen at the 5. All right, we should. Oh my God, I thought I stopped simulating that round. We went down 2-0 and 1-7. Oh my God, okay. I'll take it. Damn, I was hoping to face the Jazz here. We have Memphis, though, who were in the NBA Finals last year, and they have a pretty good team. They're starting Daniel Tice over Isaiah Stewart, which is interesting. It's the Montrezl Harrell Revenge Series. We take a 2-0 lead, take a 3-0 lead, and we don't blow a 3-0 lead. We sweep them. Let's go. A series where I don't have to stress. I guess since we're not facing the Jazz, AD's your Western Conference Finals MVP, and Garland your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. So they have Garland, Shaedon Sharpe, Oubre, Love, Jared Allen, Jackson Hayes. Okay, I know Garland's a beast, and I'm very thankful that they beat Atlanta for us, but there's no reason for us to lose this series. We win game 1. LeBron is going to hopefully beat his former team in the Cavs, as we won by 3 and by 2. I'd be pissed if I was a Cavs fan. We win game 3 by 1. We've won by 1, 2, and 3 in the first 3 games. Okay, yep, that is so unlucky to be a Cavs fan, or just the Cavs in general right now. So are we going to beat them by 4 here? Come on, let's win this. Let's win this. We're up by 6. It's going to be close. We actually might win by single digits once again. It's going to happen. All right, we're up by 7. It looks like we are going to be okay. Come on. Yeah, we're going to win this game. Let's go. All right, so we're up by 8. They're not even going to foul. It's over. LeBron with 26, 10, and 10 in game 4 of the NBA Finals. And he's going to throw it down and give him 28, 10, and 10. AD finishes with 11, 9, and 6. Billy Hernangomez finishes with 12 and 11. You could say he maybe had a better game. Is LeBron going to hit this 3? Come on, let's hit it. Ah, it's okay. So we win the finals. Let's go. In Cleveland, nonetheless. That is poetic. So maybe this is what would have happened in 2023 if the Lakers didn't trade for Russell Westbrook. They would have had a little bit more roster flexibility. They would have had a first-round pick. That pick ended up being Isaiah Jackson, who's a good player for the Pacers, because the Wizards traded down to take Isaiah Todd. They would have had good complementary pieces around LeBron and AD, who could shoot, in Kuzma and KCP, and they would have had a little bit of cap space in the 2022 offseason. So yeah, all in all, it was a trade that did not work out at all for the Lakers. A lot of us saw it coming. I wouldn't say the Wizards have benefited immensely from the deal, but they've definitely lucked out that a team was willing to take on Russ's contract. Shout out to Spoelstra winning a finals on the Lakers. And finals MVP. is LeBron, of course. So hope you guys enjoyed that What If the Lakers Didn't Trade for Russell Westbrook rebuild. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter in the description below. It's absolutely free. You get emailed NBA news, rumors, reports, recaps to your email 3 days a week. I also have my podcast down below as well that you can subscribe on Apple Pod or Spotify, as well as follow my other channels. I have my NBA channel where I talk about more real life NBA stuff, as well as my NFL channel as well. Even my TikTok is down there as well if you want to get crazy. So hope you guys enjoyed. I love y'all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.